Ready.
You were uniquely positioned to ensure an Imperial victory on Corellia. You failed to do so. Explain.
It's over. I won't sabotage the Republic for you. Not anymore.
You are making a grave mistake. Imperial victory is inevitable. I am also forced to wonder what your old friends might think if they were to find out about your past collaborations.
You're right. That would be awkward. We're here. Now tell me what this is all about.
As I told you on Carrick Station, Tenebrae's last gruesome weapon. He sought immortality, but only his endless spite survives now. I was his most powerful servant once. His wrath. But I learned of his true nature and plotted his downfall for centuries. Ultimately, I saw what had to be done, and betrayed my empire in order to destroy its creator. That is how I came to fight alongside Kira.
We fought the Emperor's servants constantly for years. We even thought we'd beaten him alongside my master. Then Yavin 4 happened. And Valkorion.
I received guidance from an old ally. Instead of seeking out our enemy in his current shell, you, as it turns out, we sought a different target. Tenebrae hid his original body where no one could harm it. As long as that body remained in stasis, the galaxy's greatest evil could never truly be killed.
Unless we destroyed Tenebrae, the fight against Valkorion would never really be over.
Since Valkorion is gone, I assume you succeeded.
We did. As we later learned, we destroyed his first body just as you purged the last vestige of his twisted spirit from your mind. That is when his final weapon was unleashed. A Sith ritual, carved into his very flesh, unleashed an ancient plague from every molecule of his decaying corpse.
We were both knocked out cold, comatose for more than a year. Satil Shan was the one who finally pulled us out of that nightmare. And started a new one.
Like you, Kira and I have both been vessels for a portion of Tenebrae's power. It acted as a sort of vaccine. But Satil had no such protection. nor did any of her followers. Within days, they were all laid low, trapped in a nightmarish slumber. In helping us, they are knowingly doomed themselves.
Sith rituals? A forced disease? I don't really see how I can help you with this.
You're the only one who can.
The infection is worsening. There is a darkness growing among the afflicted.
We can feel their minds connecting, communicating. We're afraid they might be merging somehow.
Merging into what? Another Valkorian? Is this plague bringing him back somehow?
It's too early to make that conclusion. Whatever it is immensely dangerous. We must stop it.
How?
We loaded Satil and all of her followers onto a transport to keep them quarantined, along with a few medroids to tend to them. The transport is programmed to fly a random course through unsettled sectors of the Outer Rim, all weeks away from civilization. I can send a signal to alter the course, bring it to another empty system that's closer so that we can meet it in a shuttle.
We board the ship and connect our minds with yours through the Force. Together, we will face this entity and purge it from existence. And if we cannot purge it, then we destroy the transport and hope we've ended the old monster's schemes forever.
We should just destroy the transport now. Send it crashing into a star.
And kill Master Satil and all of her students? Not a chance. If there's any hope of saving them, we have to try.
I must agree. We should try to develop a cure for the disease before destroying it. We cannot know for certain this will be the only outbreak.
It'll take a while for the transport to come back into range. Mind if we stay here in the meantime? I'm no crasher. If you need any help while we're waiting, all you have to do is ask.
If it's a matter of fighting in your renewed war, leave me out. I have slain enough of my old comrades for 5 lifetimes.
Old softy.
Ah, child.
I have a good feeling about this. Call if you need me.
Looks like your guests from Task Force Nova are finally here, and they picked up a stray. Patching you through now.
Commander!
General Daerun, is everything all right?
I apologize for the delay in our arrival. We happened across pirates attacking a refugee ship from the Mid-Rim. Shameful. Fortunately, we intervened in time. Tau and Arn are still chasing down the pirates, but the refugees are in dire need of medical supplies and other essentials. Our ships will touch down momentarily. See you shortly.
Let's proceed.
Well, it's certainly no Dromund Kaas.
We have plenty of supplies, General. We'll have them all treated in no time.
Wonderful. Thank you. Such carnage. We tend to focus so much on the Sith that we forget the galaxy is full of other dangers.
Which pirates were responsible for the attack?
We believe they were Dire Skulls, but we'll learn more once Tau and Arn capture them.
There are quite a few supplies to distribute. Perhaps we could lend a hand before we get to our other purpose here.
Of course. Let's do whatever we can.
I can't think of a more worthy start for Task Force Nova. Shall we?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
My husband. He'd be dead if not for you. Thank you.
The Alliance Commander! You saved the galaxy. Saved by a celebrity. My brother will never believe this.
I can't thank you enough, really.
We've been on the move since Corellia. I don't remember the last time we felt safe. Thank you.
You led Havoc Squad. I saw you once on Tatooine, after the bombs. You helped then, too. Thank you so much.
Time for meditation. Let's proceed. Good luck. Shall we?
I think we've taken care of everyone. Where should we speak about task force business?
Right this way.
As you wish. Ready and able.
Our victory on Corellia still has the Empire reeling. Our forces have made significant gains in the Atreus, Bormia, and Anoad sectors. Morale is higher than ever. Our task force will be staged for success right from the beginning.
That's great to hear. What's our first step?
We still have a few logistical matters to settle before we can begin in earnest. Aside from the occasional pirate, supply and communication lines between Odessan and Republic Command appear to be secure. I've gathered an initial complement of security personnel and patrol ships to be stationed here. Dossiers and technical specs have already been forwarded to your staff for review.
It would seem prudent to station additional forces here as well, to support any urgent missions that come up.
We'd welcome anyone you can send.
Perfect. I'll send the transfer orders right away. On the subject of troops, a number of units have requested the opportunity to serve in the task force. Your reputation is quite a draw after all. Essentially, we have our pick, from veteran frontline units to less seasoned troops who are eager for the chance to contribute meaningfully. Which would you prefer?
Don't weaken our frontline positions by pulling veteran units. Let's give the rookies a chance for some good experience and training.
They'll be very excited at the opportunity. I believe that covers our most pressing issues.
Any word on Darth Malgus? I haven't heard anything since Corellia.
None, which is very strange. He should have returned to the front lines by now, even if his wounds were severe. I only hope we can determine his next move before he strikes again.
Aaron? Aaron, what's wrong?
It's him. Malgus.
Malgus? What do you mean? What about him?
He's almost here. I can sense him. He's coming to Dantooine.
Then let's be ready.
We've waited too long as it is. Something is wrong. I'm sure of it.
Smashing up the place isn't gonna solve anything. We'll find the ship. It's gonna be all right.
I take it there's no sign of the transport with Satil and her followers.
Nothing. It isn't responding to our signals. And we've already checked the next scheduled stop. No sign.
Which leaves just about 200 or 300 systems to search.
There must be another way!
Have you always been this emotional?
All we can do is start searching from the ship's last known coordinates, which, for us, could take forever. So we get an expert. We'll send T7 out with an escort and all the probe droids we can find. They'll cover more ground and sort through sensor readings faster than we ever could. T7 works his astromech magic, crunches the probe data to pick up a trail, and we find our missing ship in a matter of days or weeks, instead of years.
What are we waiting for? Get it done.
Your house, your probe droids. Just seemed polite to ask first. That's everything settled then. As soon as we get coordinates, you'll be the first to know. Don't worry, your furniture's safe. He'll calm down in a bit.
You don't demand anything, Jakaya. Certainly not from him.
If you're risking your life out there, I'll demand what the clan requires.
What's going on?
It seems I'm a child in need of a parent.
You're Mandalore, the Avenger. You have responsibilities to all of us.
So you often tell me.
Who's this?
Jakaya Ordo. One of my best. He managed to avoid my notice for too long, but now I've put him to work. Though I'm having second thoughts.
I would gladly go back to being an unknown, Great Mandalore. I prefer the talk of warriors to the endless jabbering of politics.
The curse of being skilled at both, you old rancor.
So you're the one. Not sure if I should call you Commander.
Most people do these days.
Understood. You earned it. The fact is, Commander, I only know your reputation. I don't know you. It's my job to take a hard look at anyone this close to Mandalore. You're a fighter, an ally with mud on your boots and a weapon in your hand. Once a soldier, always a soldier. I hope fame and fortune hasn't dulled your instincts.
Do you always speak this plainly to Mandalore?
I speak my mind, that's all. She's had a dozen occasions to stick a knife in my ribs for insubordination. But I'm still here. Bootlickers are only good for licking boots.
So what happens now?
I've seen your face, looked into your eyes. That's what I wanted.
Satisfied?
For now.
Good. I'm sure you have more important things to do.
Some clan grumbling to track down. More than the usual complaints. Ras and I will check into it. Jakaya out.
Ras?
His brother. They're a family of Mandalorians. Lost a sister a few years back.
Something wrong?
That's the first time he's mentioned a clan issue. He oversees a lot of the day-to-day details without a word.
If it troubles you, take action.
I did. Jakaya is better at rooting out these sort of problems. He kept an assassin's knife out of my gut more than once. Tell me, Commander, how would you deal with unrest in the ranks?
Division makes all of you vulnerable. That could cost lives.
You have more in common with Jakaya than I thought. He demands order. Without it, he says you have a mob instead of allies. Well, looks like I've got reports to review on escort missions we've been overseeing. Jakaya snuck them into the transmission. Sneaky Chakar.
I'll leave you to it.
Did you learn anything from the clans?
Nothing I haven't mentioned before. A lot of heated words. Some are saying Mandalorians are just glorified couriers.
Still unable to see past their next fight. All tactics and no strategy.
However restless you are in the position, Mandalore, you sound like a leader.
I sound angry. My blaster is still a better negotiator than I will ever be. What about the escort runs?
Silence. But only a fool would believe they haven't heard something.
What happened?
Some of the cargo ships we were looking after ran into trouble. Mostly scouts sniffing around. But one exchanged fire. We've been looking into it.
Jakaya.
Commander, we meet again. I've been keeping an eye on you.
And?
Mandalore was right to stand by your side.
Sounds like you should be watching someone else.
Always.
Who would attack Mandalorian ships?
That's the real question. They're well-equipped and they know our methods.
What can I do?
Your offer is appreciated, but we have things in hand.
Any theories?
A few. It's not bandits. It's not even a cartel looking to make a mark. This feels different. Like they're testing our defenses. I know you object, Mandalore, but we must look closer to home.
I don't object. I just want to be sure. Would some of the clans really go that far?
I'm not ruling it out. Like I said, there were some heated words.
The Mandalorians have a long history of fighting each other.
It's in our blood. We should have clamped down harder on the clans when we had the chance. The wound has festered.
No, Mandalorians aren't droids. We're best when we don't have some restraining bolt on our neck, even if it costs us.
It's much harder to clean up a mess than prevent it.
First Jakaya, and now you? You think Mandalorians need a nursemaid?
No, just a reminder of what's best for everyone.
I recall when leading was about being the strongest. Things have gotten complicated. But enough talk. Our agreements must continue. We gave our word those cargo transports would be safe.
Understood, Mandalore. I'll see if I can draw the enemy out. Can't fight what we can't see. If I'm lucky, I'll make them mad enough to come out and play. Jakaya out.
I'd prefer a fight to all this sneaking about.
Agreed. Keep me posted.
Count on it.
Episode here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.